From the ECHL to the AHL to now the NHL with the Pittsburgh Penguins, I interviewed this player who was most recently with the Toronto Marlies and has now signed his first NHL deal. Hi, my name is Nick Barton. I'm a hockey reporter from Toronto who's covered the Toronto Marlies for the last 3 seasons. I'm now with the Hockey News as a contributor. If you do like this video, make sure to leave a like. If you're really enjoying the content, make sure to hit the subscription button down below. We're so close to 2,000 subscribers. I'd love to hit that very soon. So again, if you do enjoy the video, hit the subscription button. So on Wednesday, I sat down with Marc Johnstone, who recently signed his first ever NHL contract with the Pittsburgh Penguins. We talked about his days with the Newfoundland Growlers. We talked about his days with the Toronto Marlies, what it means to sign his first NHL contract. All of that is in the interview, which begins now. So I hope you enjoy. And if you do, again, make sure to hit the like button down below. Let's go to the interview. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the interview. Today on the show, we have a former Toronto Marlie and Newfoundland Growler who just signed his first NHL contract a few weeks ago with the Pittsburgh Penguins. Marc Johnstone, how's it going? How's your summer been?
My summer's been great, obviously, with the recent signing. I mean, I couldn't be happier, obviously. And it's just been nice to get home, see the family, see some friends from home, and kind of get away from the grind of the season a little bit and relax a little bit. But hard work's just starting up again.
Now, what I guess to start, like, what was that process like? How did it begin? Like, you started off with the Newfoundland Growlers, even before that you played in the ECHL for a few games, but the Newfoundland Growlers, Toronto Marlies, and then you signed with the Penguins. How did that all come about?
It's actually a little bit of a crazy story if you want to start back in my first 4 games with
Yeah,
South.
sure.
I I obviously just left school. I played 4 games. I was told I was going to play a lot. So when I got cut right from there after 4 games, it was pretty tough. And my agent, John Ozzie Tutu, we actually talked about this like right before I signed with the Penguins. I was pretty disappointed, obviously, getting cut, especially after 4 games. And it's a lot goes through your head. You don't know if you actually are good enough. And I was obviously doubting myself, getting cut so early into pro hockey. And John actually kind of laughed at me and was like, "You're good. Like, relax. Like, it's going to be a process. Like, take your time." So then that summer, I actually got in contact with his good friend Ryan Hardy. And obviously we talked Growlers. And obviously it was definitely an interesting path to get to where I am. But I would change nothing. It's been great. Everyone I've met through the Growlers and the Marlies, it's been an unbelievable time. And I'm hoping to continue that with the Pens.
Have you, like, I've asked some guys when they've gone from the AHL to the NHL, I guess you haven't played a game there yet, but like, has it sunk in that, the potential is right there for you to, be on the ice in the NHL?
I guess it hasn't officially sunk in yet. I think it will when I get there and see the locker room and meet some of the guys. Um, but yeah, it was actually really nice getting the first experience of playing with like real NHLers every day last summer in Toronto. I think pretty big. There was a few scrimmages there at the end of summer with the big guys there. Like Riley was there all summer. He was great. Like Austin Matthews came at the end of summer. Marner was there with Willie Bunting. So, I mean, that kind of prepared me to like jump right into the season and kind of take that next step from the Growlers to the Marlies. So I'm looking forward to getting out to Pitt and training with those guys a little bit here pretty soon and get things started there.
Now, I did want to go back a little bit because I remember just last season, there, when you scored your first AHL goal, the guys all around you, like you were like probably one of the most loved players on the team, like a hard worker. That's what everyone described you as, like probably the hardest worker there. Coach, the Greg Moore said it. A number of players said it. Where did you get that hardworking mentality from? Like as a kid, as you were growing up, like who instilled that in you?
I guess just my family and a lot of came from my older brother. He wouldn't really let me play with him unless I was good enough. And no matter how hard I worked or how much I tried, I honestly was never good enough. So, I mean, that kind of just stuck with me the whole way. And obviously, competing's a lot of fun. Like, I love to do that. So, anything you could gain the advantage of, just like an extra stride or an extra hit or getting someone's way, like one extra step, like that can be the difference. So, I mean, I've kind of taken that as my badge of honor and just try not to let anyone outwork me.
And even like leadership too, like before even going to the Growlers or anything like that, you're the captain of your under 18 team, you captain the Steel, and then you're a captain at university. Would you say the leadership sort of came from your family as well then?
Yeah, my dad was a basketball coach. So I mean the guys were
Oh,
all
okay.
around our house and like I was always at the court and obviously some of the leaders were the better players. So I mean I watched them a lot and I learned a lot from them. They're obviously two different sports, but leadership is leadership and you can take pieces from everyone you've known and everyone you've learned from. And with the leadership, like with the Marlies, was pretty top notch with Shaw, Clifford, Gaudet, and all those older guys there last year as well.
I was talking to Braden Kressler at Leafs Development Camp, and he brought up Shaw, and he just said he is the best leader he's ever played with. What was it like just being under him?
It was actually incredible. I was kind of nervous because he was coming in as the big guy, but he made the whole organization, the whole team, just one big family. I couldn't say enough about him. I think Hardy signing him was a game changer. Going from the locker room the first year when I played a few games to the second year last year when I was on for the full year, the locker room was a completely different place, and it all starts with him. He's a great leader, great man, and I can't say enough about him. He's just the most humble, hardworking. Nothing seems to phase him. He'll get a little angry out there on the ice. You see a little mean streak, which is nice, but just an unbelievable guy.
Now, playing a season with the Growlers, would you say that season really helped mold the professional hockey player that you are? Would you say the Marlies did that as well?
100%. Coming out of college, I kind of played the college style game. So it was really nice to get with Eric Wellwood, someone that just trusts their players to flourish offensively. And offense hasn't really been a big part of my game.
Mhm.
So, I mean, just getting the confidence right away from him to just go out there and make plays and don't be discouraged if the play doesn't work. Just keep going like we want to play offense. I think that part really helped my game. And just learning from the pros down there as well. Like we had a great veteran group there: Todd Skirving, Zach O'Brien, James Melindy, Darian Plouffe, Marcus Power, just to name a few. But they really definitely helped me dial in my day to day habits, and they just showed me what you have to do every day to get the most out of your body and how important it is to treat your body.
And
And then
what
yeah,
sorry, I was gonna ask, like, just what was like going from college to pro like? It's a lot of, I guess, like the pro is just every day, but college is like it might be every. I haven't played college hockey, so what is the differences there?
college is just very structured. Like there's still a lot of people overseeing you every day. You got to go to class. You don't have as much free time. But in pro, you got your job. You're there from 8 to however long you want to be there, which is really nice. You can use the facilities all day. That was the biggest change for me at Sacred Heart. We didn't have access to the rink all day. We had access to trainers a few hours a day. So just the pro life of just having everything readily available was just a dream come true because this is what you want to do. Like it's a dream to play in the NHL. Obviously, it's a dream to play pro hockey, and just having those resources available just allows you to take the most of every opportunity. And I think I've started to do that, and I've obviously learned a lot from the veterans throughout the years.
And when you played with the Marlies this season, did Like I know you did say like playing with some of the guys who were in the NHL before the season started really helped, get your confidence ready for the season. What do you think clicked for you at the AHL level this season that allowed you to have all your success?
I think there's a few things that you contribute to. The coaching staff was phenomenal. Moore, Snowden, and McLean, they did a great job with video and detailing the game, and I think they transitioned my game into a new level. Um, I had a one-on-one meeting with AJ McLean, and we talked about creating space from the D zone to the O zone and how similar it was. And I was doing a pretty good job of it in the D zone, but offensively, I was trying to rush things. And he kind of took me aside and like we sat and did video, and he made a bunch of good points as to being a little bit more patient on the offensive side. And I think that really helped. As well as just being really comfortable with the guys. The locker room was phenomenal. We had a few growlers right away up there with the Marlies. So we had a nice group of comfortability there. And then it just spread all the way around to the guys, all the veterans. Blandisi, he's a huge vocal guy, and he just brings everyone in. It doesn't matter if you're going out for lunch, or it doesn't matter if you're just hanging at the rink. He's always saying something. He's always bringing you in. Just things like that, making you feel comfortable and at home at the rink, just making jokes. I mean, that just makes life a whole lot easier. And yeah.
And what do you think, playing with the Growlers, playing with the Marlies, what was the biggest takeaway throughout your like the experience in the organization?
Just how first class it was. Anything you ever needed, the staff was phenomenal, from Will Burns to all the trainers, Steph, Karen, Kate Bascom, all of them phenomenal. Malik, this training staff, everyone was so professional and so welcoming. And anything that you needed to get better, anything that you thought of, they would talk it through, and you guys would figure out a plan. I just thought that was incredible for everyone's growth, and it was just an incredible organization to be a part of.
Now, I got two questions from someone else who did Danielle Bain, who was with the Marlies as well. She wanted to know one, did you ever get screeched in Newfoundland?
100%. We did
Yeah.
a old team scratching at the end of last year, and we all had to kiss the fish. So it was definitely a fun time.
And then she also wanted to ask the bromance you had apparently with Ryan Chizowski. How are you going to keep that going with you in Pittsburgh?
It's gonna be pretty easy. I mean, he's a really goofy guy, and we live together. So I mean, we've been in contact all summer. So I mean, you just don't lose friends like that. And like the bromance obviously was so fun. I wish we could play together somewhere down the road here. So I mean, we don't know 100% where he's going to be next year. I hope he's back in Toronto, and I can't wait to see him.
And what I guess too, like what do you think it's going to be like when you come back to Toronto and play a game? Like, will you have, I guess, will there be nerves wherever it is, whether it's NHL, AHL, wherever you play? How do you think it'll be in your first game back here?
Um, I just hope I go out to eat with some of my buddies like the day before the game to make it a little bit easier, so I don't just see them on the ice. But I'll definitely be excited. Obviously, I like to compete, and those guys know we like to battle. We've battled in practice, so it'll definitely be fun to play them in the game atmosphere. But yeah, it's like it's always fun to play against friends. I mean, there's going to be a lot of emotions. Like obviously, I'll miss them. I'll miss playing together. But we all have a job to do, so it'll be all business throughout the 60 minutes, and then we'll be go right back to being friends.
I did actually just thinking of that. I wanted to know. I was like, you watch like guys like you at practice who go really, really hard and like really, really tough. And like you guys are like teammates, like at Leafs development camp this summer. I was watching and it's like their guys are battling really, really hard. And then off the ice, it's just like a switch turns off and you're just buddies. How does that all work? Because I know I've played hockey before with people and I get that too, but I just think like it's just crazy how you guys go so hard and are so physical, but then off the ice it's just like it's just like you're friends again. How do you manage that?
It's pretty easy. Everyone's got a job to do, whether it's to play super hard and get energy, create energy for the boys, or whether it's to score goals. And obviously, loving the game, you want to do that, whether you're practicing or whether you're playing the game. So, I mean, you just go out there, do your business. You know who's going to react somehow. So, I mean, it's definitely fun to get under people's skin in practice who you normally wouldn't get to in the game. But then off the ice, everything's forgotten. Everyone has a family, everyone has another life, everyone has stuff going on you might not know about. So I mean, it's definitely just cool to like hang around, be around the guys, and just like learn and see what they're up to.
And going back to Pittsburgh for a sec, is there like what are you hoping to achieve this summer to make you ready for training camp in the fall? Like what are you working on? Stuff like that.
I've been working a lot on my shot. I know that's one of the weaker parts of my game. Obviously, I'm working on my strengths as well, my puck protection, my plays on the wall. There's always room for improvement throughout the whole game. But it's been a lot of working out and trying to just get stronger, gain a few pounds. I'm a little light when I play. So, I mean, I'd like to get a few more pounds so I could play a little bit heavier this year, knowing that people are going to be bigger and stronger at the next level, obviously. But just working on my overall game, continuing to watch film and all of that. Nothing really changes outside the season. You take a little break from skating, but start to ramp it up about right now. So, I mean, it's definitely been fun.
And I guess one of my last questions I have is just like Pittsburgh Penguins, Sidney Crosby, Evgeny Malkin, Chris Letang. What are your emotions like, when you sign with a team and, you can play with those type of guys?
Um, I've been asked that question a few times now, but I don't know. They're obviously idols of mine. I actually happened to be at Sidney Crosby's first game. It was at the Continental Airlines Arena in New Jersey. So, I mean,
Wow.
hopefully a chance to talk about that. But I don't know. You just got to take it day by day and just take those moments. And obviously, at the beginning, I'll be a little starstruck, but at the end of the day, they're just hockey players. They're obviously great hockey players. So I'm just going to try to learn and just try to pick their brain and try to get as much as I can out of them.
That's yeah, that's a good answer. I mean, I would say the same thing. I'm not even a professional hockey player, but yeah, it's crazy. Like like your story is so like it's incredible. Like just going from, you know, I guess university to signing an East with the with in an on an AHL deal, and then working your way up. It's incredible to see all the way you've come and how far you've gotten and where you're going. So it's really cool again. And I want to thank you so much for taking the time for the interview, because it's really cool to talk to you, really cool to hear your story, especially at the beginning when you said like how everything worked out.
Oh yeah, it's been a long, crazy journey, but wouldn't trade it for the world. And hopefully we could keep it going here.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I'll be rooting for you. It's going to be exciting to see if when you come back to Toronto, hopefully you have a really good game wherever it is, and hopefully I'll see you. But yeah, again, thank you so much for coming on. Thanks so much for taking the time, and have a great summer, I guess, and hopefully we see you in your first NHL game soon.
Hopefully. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no worries. All the best. So yeah, that's it for the interview with Marc Johnstone. If you do enjoy this type of content where I bring players on and talk about them, whether they're with Toronto or somewhere else, or if you have an idea of a player in mind, put it in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear all that. If you did enjoy the video, once again, make sure to leave a like. If you really enjoyed it, subscribe. We're so close to 2,000 subscribers. Love to hit that very soon. And yeah, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.